Hello YouTube, JBand22 checking in. It's been about 2 weeks since I last checked in. I checked in the day after surgery. I am now about 16 days post-op for the lap band surgery. I was operated on, or had the lap band installed, inserted, put on me 2 weeks ago last Thursday. Today's Saturday, so 16 days so far. So I'm going to kind of give a recap of what the first 2 weeks with the band has been. Kind of go over what I've been eating, or I should say drinking, for those 2 weeks, and some progress on weight. So first things first is I will go over the numbers. When I started this whole process, the end of July, I weighed 330 pounds. I then started the process to go through all the appointments and everything. That the day of surgery 2 weeks ago, I was 306.7, so that was a 23.3 weight loss prior to surgery. I weighed this morning and I now weigh 291.4, so that's about another 15.3 after surgery, for a grand total of 38.6 pounds down. Is that right? Yeah, 38.6 pounds down from total, and like I said, 15.3 after surgery. So doing pretty good. Averaging almost a pound a day since the surgery. It slowed a little bit recently as I've been trying to incorporate more calories in. There still hasn't been one day since surgery that I've been able to hit 1,000 calories, and I'll kind of go over what my diet has been during that. So doing good there. Haven't taken measurements or another pictures yet. I'm gonna take the pictures on a monthly basis. One thing that I've got to break that I can't seem to stop, and the only way to do it I can think of is to put the scale away, is weighing myself too frequently. I'm weighing almost every day. It's almost as if I'm obsessed with it, and I told my wife, I had scolded her when she was weighing herself every day, and now I'm doing the same darn thing just to see. So I want to try to separate myself from the only successes being on the scale, because there's other successes that I will talk about here in a second. So what does my diet consisted of? Basically, I do very good if I can get myself into a routine. So a break from that routine is a little bit scary, but I have a job, that I go to, a corporate job, kind of sedentary, behind a desk. I do some travel where I'm on the road a little bit, but either way, it's that right now is kind of easy to plan for with the liquid diet. I have a protein shake on my way to work in the morning. I really like I think it's the Premier kind that you can get at Costco, the pre-made, and I just grab one of those. There's 30 grams of protein in that, and I have that on the way to work. I'm doing a really good job of drinking my water. I have plenty of water throughout the day, so I'm doing a really good job there. There's been a few days in there where I didn't do as well, but for the most part I'm doing okay drinking the water. And for lunch, I've been having those Campbell's Soup at Hands, whether it be creamy tomato or the creamy chicken. Now I've been in there where there's a little bit more chunks in that, but now that I'm kind of into the mushy stage, I'm just chewing really good and making sure I get those, but they're not big anyway. And then maybe a pudding or a yogurt with lunch. I've actually incorporated in some applesauce recently. Prior to that, it was just the soup, or I would just have another protein shake at lunch. And then for dinner, I only try to have 2 protein shakes in a day, and I'll have my second one. The one at dinner time, which I'll usually have between 5:30 and 6, maybe between 5 and 6. I use about 12 ounces of 2% milk. It's the Cytosport muscle milk, chocolate protein powder, 1 scoop of that, and I usually might either do a portion of a frozen banana or a dollop of peanut butter, maybe a tablespoon of peanut butter, and throw it into the blender, blend it all up, and that's kind of my dinner. So I haven't really been hungry. I haven't been, lethargic. I haven't been low on energy. I've been actually overly excited at the weight that's been coming off. So, but I do know that I've got to incorporate more calories because I've been averaging anywhere between, say, 505 to 600 to 800 calories a day. I don't think I've even broken the 900 calorie mark since surgery. So, and I also wanted to talk about a new find that most of you may already know about today, but I just found it at Costco, and I'll talk about that as well. So that's been my diet. Like I said, yesterday I actually had I think it was for dinner, I stopped by and got the Taco Bell Pintos and cheese for dinner. Low in calories, decent in protein, and I tried that on the mushy stage, and that was pretty good. I knew I would like it. I just wanted to make sure I could tolerate it. And I got through about 1.5 of those. I shared the other half with my son. And I got through about 1.5 of those and definitely was feeling the full feeling some restriction. Not a lot, but some. And this morning my wife made scrambled eggs that I basically mushed up with the fork, and I was able to tolerate those. So I had 2 scrambled eggs this morning. She had a little Parmesan cheese and just a splash of milk to kind of make them a little bit more mushy. And those are really good. I love eggs, so hopefully I'm going to be able to tolerate those. And like I said, I know that right now I'm not feeling a whole bunch of restriction, but I think I'm feeling more than most because as I said in my previous video, the doctor had said I had a lot of extra tissue around the upper part of my stomach, so I might be feeling more restriction than most with no saline in the band right now. So that's been kind of my diet. That's what I've been on. Like I said, I'm going to be incorporating more and more mushy foods into my diet. I've got found some really good recipes online that I'll try and then share with you for some of my favorites. What I wanted to share today was a drink that I found, and some of you may already know, and I'll hold it up here. It's Muscle Milk Protein H2O, and this is raspberry flavor, sugar-free. I'll read the nutritional facts on it. It comes 16 fluid ounces size and servings per container 1, so this counts as 1 serving. There's 60 calories, 6 carbs, 5 dietary fiber, which is good because I haven't been getting much fiber in my diet, and 10 grams of protein. So, and it's really good. So it also, obviously will count and help towards your water intake for the day. But 10 grams of protein is good for a drink too, and not necessarily have to be a meal replacement. Decent on the fiber intake of 5 grams of fiber. No sugars, nothing under the grams of sugar, and low in calories, only 60 calories. So not bad. Obviously more calories than what water would be, but also this is getting you your protein as well. So a little fine today. My wife and I both really like them. Like I said, this is raspberry flavor. That was the only flavor they had at the time. And I'm hoping that maybe they'll incorporate more flavors over time. What else? Okay, so some non-scale victories that like I said, I'm going to try to rely more on. Last weekend, I think it was, or maybe it was the weekend before, I think it was last weekend, went through and cleaned out my closet. 4 trash bags full of clothes that are bye-bye. Some because they're just too big for me now, and they were my comfy, happy clothes that I would put on when I came home from work. They're gone. Some are just outdated that I've had in my closet forever, so not that they didn't fit anymore, they were too big, I just wanted to get rid of them, just make some room. I'm noticing huge improvements. I'm down, I think, 2 notches on my belt for work, on my slacks. If I don't have those on, my slacks are going to fall down, so I've got, I'm going to have to go in sometime soon and get those altered for my suit for work. I'm actually able to button the front of my suit again now, which I was not able to do before. I took my measurements, but I don't have them here in front of me. I forgot to bring them, but I think if I remember, I was down from just chest, stomach, waist, and chest, stomach, waist, and I think maybe neck. I was down approximately 15 total 15 total inches throughout my body from day of surgery, and that was those measurements were taken about a week and a half ago, so that was cool. BMI is down approximately 3 points. I think at a high it was at 45, and I think it's down to 41, so 4 points in BMI, almost into the 30s in the BMI range, which I haven't been in a while. So exciting stuff. Really looking forward to more weight loss and more of those non-scale victories. I'm also jumped into, most of my clothes were 3X. I'm now comfortably into 2Xs in shirts. Was in some 46 pants, now I'm into 44s and just getting into the part of 42s in pants. So things are going really well, so I'm really happy about that. Feeling, you know, more energy. I'm also on the CPAP machine, so I'm getting good sleep at night, which is really good. I know is very important. So anyway, so things are going very well. Very happy about it. I actually had, I do want to talk about one thing, is I don't know if anybody else has had this, but I had an allergic reaction to the glue that they had used on the incisions. This was about a week ago, and itched. I could not stop itching. It was the worst itch that I've ever had in my entire life, and I had huge hives around my stomach. Actually, it was probably 2 weeks, yeah, about a week ago, because I'm 2 weeks out now, so about a week ago. Went to the doctor and he said, you're having an allergic reaction to the glue, and I could rub with a soft washcloth and soap around the outside of the incision but not on. And honestly, that seemed to cure it pretty quickly. It was just getting the glue or the residue of the glue off the outside of my stomach there. And it pretty much went away in about 2 days, but it was some of the worst itching I've ever felt in my entire life. It was uncontrollable. I couldn't sleep at night because it had itched so bad. So, which is a little bit odd. I hadn't heard of anybody having that before, so to experience that was kind of a surprise. So, well, I can see that the video is nearing 12 minutes here, and I usually try to keep these under 10. So I just wanted to come on and give an update. It had been a couple weeks. I'm going to try to get back on schedule of doing them weekly, and letting you know how I'm doing. To that too, for those of you that know, my wife is on the lap band. She's down almost 40 pounds, and she just had her second fill. She now has 2.5 cc's in there. And she didn't lose as much prior to surgery. I think she only lost 5 prior, but she's down almost 35 pounds now after, and that's approximately 2.5 months now, so about 10 weeks. So she's doing really well as well. So combined, we're down over 70 pounds as a couple, so that is very cool. So I hope the rest of you are doing well out there. I've been so busy that I just haven't been up online or even checking in on some of the other videos, but I've come to spend this weekend doing that. Again, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. If you guys got any questions, please send them in. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.